Yeah, I'll say this. That first one did not have a good aftertaste. Like, it's all right, but it's
Did
like...
it taste like raw booty cheek? Welcome back to another episode of Morbid Anthology Podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
Tonight, we're going to kick things off on the spirited side, as you can see right in front of me.
Lots of, some spirits in front of us. I was going to say lots and lots, and then I looked up and I'm like, there's only like 5 or 6 bottles, so I guess it's not
6.
lots.
So basically what we did was we went into our alcohol cabinet that has not been touched in
Quite a while.
a year.
It's been a while.
It feels like it. And we're like, yeah, let's play a game of answer or drink horror trivia. Basically, we cleaned out, I don't even know what this is.
It's
Bumbo?
It's a rum.
Yeah, see Rumco at the bottom. Yeah, is that what that is? Of course, we got some Fireball. And I thought that was something sticky. Goldschlager.
Love the Goldschlager.
Parrot Bay Coconut Rum.
Also good choice. It's the same company as the first one you picked up.
Are these
It's
the
just
same?
No,
They're
they're
cream.
not the same.
This is like a cream.
Yeah, that's like a cream liqueur.
And we have vanilla Smirnoff vodka. And the game we're going to be playing is Horror Trivia Part 2.
Okay. You set this game up, I got to get a charger.
So basically the way this is going to work is these cards have 2 questions on them. And we're each going to take turns drawing a card, and we're going to ask each other one of the questions on the card. If you get it right, you're safe. If you can't answer the question, well, the question reader then gets to choose which spirit said person that got it wrong has to take a shot of. So,
Sorry, I did not realize my phone was on as low as it was, and seeing as how I have to have this for one of the segments, I figured I better go get the charger now before, it dies. So, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
okay, you're ready. So,
Wait, did you show the our wonderful shot glasses?
oh no, I forgot the shot
Everyone?
glasses. Let me see the shot glasses.
They're not our personal shot glasses, but they are pretty cool.
So, these came from one of our trips. These are from the Beetle House.
If you have not been to the Beetle House in New York City, the next time you are there, make your reservations and go eat at this place. It is phenomenal.
Limited menu because, they kind of, it's kind of one of those like
It's a themed restaurant.
I wouldn't say they specialize in these, but
No, I think it's just it's like a themed restaurant. So
yeah, it kind of reminds you of like a Disney restaurant where they only put out like 5 entrees and that's your selection.
But the food is really good on the selection that you have. So it's not, and you get a show and they have different characters there from Jack Skeleton to Beetlejuice, Lydia, different ones, different
From
times
Edward
of the week.
Scissorhands.
Yeah.
And they sing and dance. And
The whole place is decorated up with like Tim Burton stuff, Beetlejuice. And
yeah, we went to the one in New York. I don't know if you said that already. But yeah, there is one in both LA
definitely go
and
check
New York.
it out for sure.
Okay. Are you ready to do this now?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I got the phone on the charger, so I'm good to go. Let's do it.
Okay.
Bring it on. Probably going to be the first one to take a shot, but bring it on.
All right.
Anyway.
So basically, I've already told them these cards have 2 questions on them.
Right.
So you pick one. You don't
Okay.
have to answer both of them. Just pick one question.
Okay.
All right. I'm reading the question. I'm, checking these out.
Go ahead. You look confused on the question. You're not even the one having to answer it.
Okay. What sci-fi horror film has the iconic chest burster scene?
What iconic
Sci-fi horror film has
That's going to be Alien.
correct.
Yeah.
You're
Woo.
safe that round.
Ridley. Yeah.
All right, I'll just give you like a couple of cards over there.
I'm going to say, you trying to cheat.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's the motto for Morbid Anthology. Wait, so I didn't even have to answer that. I could have let you read the other question. I mean, I knew the answer. I'm just saying. You said there were 2 questions.
Yeah, you can pick which one
okay.
you want to ask.
All right. Here you go. Your first question.
I only pick one question.
I'm saying this is the first one. Which actor was given the role of Daniel Moley, the writer, upon the death of River Phoenix in Interview with the Vampire? Or your other question is Adrian.
Well, okay, you're being a little lenient with me. You're giving me the option. I selected mine for you. I was like, you're getting this question.
Oh, I thought you were gonna read both.
Well,
and I
you
just
can
happened to
give me
answer
both.
it.
Just go ahead and give me
Okay.
both. Yeah. 'Cause
Adrian Brody and Sarah Polly star in this 2009 genetic hybrid nightmare. So there you go. You got both questions. You can pick one or the other. You ain't gonna get either one of them.
Wait, what was the first one? River Phoenix was supposed to be in Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, which actor was given the role of Daniel Moley?
Okay, I've
the
never.
writer
Okay,
upon the death of
hold
River?
on. I
Okay.
think I might be about to get this.
Okay.
Maybe. I've never seen Interview with a Vampire. Sadly, every time I've tried, it makes me go to sleep. But the writer, I believe, is Christian Slater.
Oh, those.
Hey.
Okay. I thought for sure I had you on that one.
Okay, so are we naming an either or are we just picking one and just going with it?
I mean, I did it how I thought you had said originally to do it.
Okay, you should get this one.
And that means I probably won't.
What movie series is based on the real life work of Ed and Lorraine Warren?
Oh, that's the Conjuring series.
Yes.
Never saw any of those movies.
Okay.
Probably never will.
It's my turn now.
All right. John Landis and Rick Baker collaborated in what 1983 monstrous music video?
Thriller?
Michael Jackson's Thriller. I feel like you're getting lucky because you do not answer this many when we're playing this game with other people.
Always answer this many questions. You don't. What is the alias of the serial killer Francis Dollarhide? That's probably not right. In the 2002 film Red Dragon.
Well, consider I've only ever seen that movie once, and it was probably right after it came out. Bubba Clydesdale.
It's very close. The Tooth Fairy. I think Bubba Clydesdale is his government name.
I thought that's what we were supposed to be given.
You know, if I would have asked you the second question, you would have got it. But I asked the first question.
Well, that's nice. Seeing how I should have just been given the option to.
Well, you said we weren't going for that, so
okay.
that's your own fault.
Okay.
I just asked the first one I read. Otherwise, I would get another. You look confused.
No, well, you weren't too sure on that Dollarhide.
Okay, so I'm gonna make you drink this gold stuff right here.
Okay.
Goldish brown stuff.
You know it's good stuff when it's got a cork in
It
it.
smells pretty good.
This is probably going to give me heartburn like a mug. All right, Beetlehouse, I really want to go back here. Cheers. And feel free to, if you're listening to this podcast or if you're watching it, feel free to play along with us. If you get the answer wrong, take a shot of, your choice.
I was trying to make you spit it out.
Ooh. That's got a burn to it.
I'm scared.
Ugh. All right. You should be able to get this one. I can feel it burning. It's got my ears on fire.
His ears are on fire.
Name the movie from this tagline. I've come here to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum. This is a very, very underrated cult classic. Like, it did not do good at all when this movie came out, but it quickly turned into a cult classic that has been great like ever since it came out, which is bad that it did bad in the theaters whenever it came out. But I'm glad it turned into a cult classic because it deserves it. Top notch movie.
It's like I know the line for some reason all in my head. Like when you said bubble gum, all I'm thinking of is Bubba Hotep.
That's not Bubba Hotep. That's a good movie too, though. I'm going to give you 2 hints because I'm that nice. Okay, first hint is you've seen this movie. Second,
Well, okay, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Second hint is we almost did a video on this movie.
Is it They Live?
It is They Live. Don't celebrate. It took you 2 freaking hints to get it. If you'd been on Jeopardy, like they would have already buzzed you by now. You were taking so long.
No, because I would have drawn the stick man like on Golden Girls, and I would have been like, "Is it this guy that said it?" That was such a good episode where he's like, not like in this fine portrait right here, and it's literally just a stick man.
Was that Golden Girl or was that Mama's Family? Because she goes on Jeopardy in Mama's Family.
I thought it was Golden Girls. I thought Dorothy was dreaming about it.
I think,
and it was the dude from Empty Nest that had drawn the stick figure, Charlie or whatever his name is.
Because on the Mama's Family episode, it's like just too random. It's another woman and a nerdy looking older dude.
Golden Girls. Okay.
Yep. You can tell I don't drink as much as we did when we were younger because that one shot.
Yeah, you'll probably have diarrhea later.
That already got me like, ooh. Well, it could be I hadn't eaten anything and since breakfast this morning. So
Keanu Reeves stars in what 1997 supernatural horror film about a lawyer who sells himself to the devil?
Oh, that's Devil's Advocate.
Yes.
Almost got tongue-tied. Okay. You're probably not going to get either one of these.
Not fair. You did that on purpose.
What bloodthirsty creature takes refuge in an outdoor shelter in the 2019 film The Shed?
Ooh, I ain't never heard of that.
I hadn't either. It was better than this Scandinavian British film, which was the other.
Let's see. What bloodthirsty creature? Well, let's go with vampire. It's bloodthirsty.
It could have been a freaking werewolf.
I honestly was about to say that, but I was like, because, you said creature, so I was like thinking werewolf, but then, I'm like bloodthirsty, let's go with the obvious.
That's such luck, because if any other time we play this, you would not have already gotten
Yes,
4
I
of
do.
them.
All I do is win, win, win.
No. All right.
Okay. On to the next. This is a really long one. A doppelganger is determined to destroy a webcam model's career by hijacking her erotic webcam channel in what 2018 psychological horror film? I'll give you the other one too, because, I ain't never heard of that. A father relives the trauma of his child's death when he brings his girlfriend to his ex-wife's party in what 2015 film?
I don't even know that one either.
Okay, well, the answer to the first one...
The answer to the first one is Gone Girl. The answer to the second one is Jersey Girl.
No.
Final answer.
The first one is Cam.
Never heard of it.
If you've seen it, let us know if it's good. The second one is The Invitation. Invitation. I think I threw an extra N in there. Invitation.
Now, the second one does sound familiar. I mean, off the top of my head, I can't remember if I've seen it or not. So.
No, I was literally like, when I read that, I was thinking about that movie, The Uninvited.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's not that. That's no.
That's a good movie too.
They didn't write that right. Okay, so we're gonna go with this Parrot Bay right here.
Yeah, I say this. That first one not have a good aftertaste. Like, it's all right, but it's
Did it taste like raw booty cheeks?
No, it's just, I don't know.
What are raw booty cheeks? That's the question. Like, literally, think about that. I said raw booty cheeks. That don't make no sense. Whoop.
Depends on the definition of raw.
I guess hot in the Alabama sun when they've rubbed up against each other. They're raw booty cheeks.
Really should have ate supper before we started this podcast. Bad on us too, because we have like 3 clears and two darks, and I don't think you're supposed to mix those.
Technicalities.
All right. Cheers to the viewing audience.
Was that one as bad?
No.
Well, that's good.
But my prescription heartburn medicine is definitely having to work overtime.
Well, you know, we're getting close to being through with this this game. So, is it my turn? Or your
No,
turn?
I just
Oh,
you
yeah.
trying to make me take two. Good grief.
I'm just trying to, you know, gloss over the fact that I haven't answered yet. I'm trying to go on to you again.
I was stabbed to death in a shower by creepy motel owner Norman Bates. Who am I?
We have to give her actual name. Well, she's Jamie Lee Curtis's mom. I know
her last name
family-
ain't Curtis. I can tell you that.
Family lineage right there.
Well, I can tell you her last name ain't Curtis, so you got that going for you.
Is this like the original Bates Motel? Didn't they do like 80 remixes?
This is the original, the black and white. I don't know if they've done anymore. They did a second movie, but not.
They be doing a lot of psychos. Like there was one, yeah. I think Vince Vaughn was in one, wasn't he?
No, I don't remember.
We're gonna have to Google that because
All
I
right,
think
stop
there-
stalling, because you're gonna
I
take a
think
drink.
there
I'm
is
giving you that
multiple
hard stuff too.
Which hard stuff?
That big old bottle sitting right there
The
with the red cat.
Fireball?
Yeah, come on.
I had Sandra Bullock.
I don't think she's old enough to be Jamie Lee Curtis's mom. Marion Crane.
Am I pouring
Yeah,
my
you
own?
could pour your own.
Okay, well I'm just gonna pour like a little nip.
No, you better pour it to the top of that beetle
I did
house.
not pour yours to
You
the
filled
top.
it all the way to the top of this beetle house.
No, I did
lady.
not. I did it like halfway.
That's a big ball of Fireball that we've had forever. You see how much has gone out of it. Yeah, get that Fireball. Drink that Fireball.
Oh my gosh, it brings back such bad memories. Just the smell.
I bet you it's not going to have near as bad an aftertaste as that first one that I had to drink. That one, even after that Parrot Bay, I can still taste the aftertaste of that.
Is this
rum.
not meant to drink by itself?
I mean, yeah, it probably is, but it's probably, probably not supposed to shoot it. I don't know.
Just sip it.
It probably. Yeah. That's a good burn.
Do you hear the immediate refusal of my body? It's like,
It's like, no, what is this?
like all kinds of noises happening right now.
What did you put inside of us?
It's still doing it. Like, I don't know if it's coming through on the microphone
Your
or not.
stomach's going to be like, reverse. Let's send all of that back up.
No, the bad thing is, like, I used to drink Fireball a pretty good bit, like, when we would, have, like, friends over, and there was a shot. It was called Fire and Ice, and you would mix this with something else. I can't remember what it was, but we took, it seemed like probably 15 of those shots, and I threw up so much that night, and ever since then, just the smell of Fireball makes me want to vomit. It's probably better than most of these, though. I would think. I don't go around shooting all these bottles just whenever I want to, but I'm not much of a shot person anyway.
It's definitely better than that first one, because that one is, that was bad.
Okay, we'll do one more question each, and then we'll call me the winner.
I've only done 2 shots, so you can't be the winner if...
I'll read you both of these. You may get, and instantly my shoulders are tingling.
All right.
I'm about to take flight out of this chair right now. Like you said, no supper yet, and we haven't drank nothing in forever.
Yeah.
It's
a good segment.
It's just going to get hyped right now off of that one.
I told you that's how the first one did me.
Okay, I'm going to say this name wrong, so you've got that going for you. Your name is already wrong in this question.
All right, go ahead.
Lupita
That sounds right.
Nyong.
Oh, okay, I don't know about that one.
No, Nyong O.
Okay.
Stars as a kindergarten teacher in what 2019 zombie comedy film? All right, I'm going to give you the other one, too. John Boyega. Don't know if that's right. Jodie Whittaker and Nick Frost starred in what 2011 British film about a group of teenagers defending their neighborhood from an alien attack? So, the second one, I don't think you've ever seen. The first one, though, you have seen. It's a very old movie. You would have seen it when you were little. No, wait a minute. This is 2019.
I'm going to say, I was not little in 2019.
But did they remake this movie? Because this was the name of a movie when we were little. Maybe they redid it.
I mean, that's a good possibility. They redo a lot of movies when they run out of ideas.
Because I swear this is the name of one that was like when we were little came out.
I have no idea.
Okay, well, the first one is Little Monsters. But it says 2019.
No,
Did
that
they redo
that had Howie Mandel and Fred Savage in it.
Yeah, but this one is zombie comedy film. I'm a kindergarten teacher.
That wouldn't have been remade. It must just have the same title because it's not even the same concept.
Yep. Okay, well, you didn't get... The second one is Attack the Block. Okay, I'm going to be nice since that's your last question, and I'm going to let you pick which one you want to do.
I'll take the Goldschlager. I love Goldschlager. I love Goldschlager. A friend of mine, sidekick Zach, as our girls call him, hates Goldschlager because...
That's my cup.
I got him plastered off of Goldschlager when we were playing darts, I believe, and you can't drink it now. All right, I got
He
two
can't drink it anymore?
No, he won't. Yeah, I don't think he will.
Just like me with the Fireball, but here
I am. It smells so good. It smells, if you've never had Goldschlager, it smells like those little red hot candies. Like the ones that are about the size of Tic Tacs that are chewy.
No, but before that, I remember back when we were in high school, there was Aftershock that had the candies in the bottom.
Yeah, this is better than Aftershock.
I wonder why they quit making Aftershock.
Probably because it was like horrible for you.
Yeah, well, it tasted pretty good.
Yeah, this is better than Aftershock though. Yeah. All right. Cheers. Honestly.
Is your mouth numb at this point?
No. That was so good. Like, if I could pick one liquor...
Now, like, if I get this wrong, I'm going to have to try it. Because I don't think I've ever tried it.
If I could pick one liquor to just, like, drink on, it would be Goldschlager. Like, you don't mix it, anything. Just, I don't know. It's just freaking good. It'll get you food barred, though. Okay. I'm going to pick another one.
Why, you can't even read these words? Just make up a name like I did on your card.
Okay, here we go. This maintenance tool is used to stab and hack a raft full of campers in 1981's The Burning.
Am I not getting both questions?
Yeah. Second question is, Jennifer Jason Leigh is tied between two trucks and torn in half by hitchhiker Rutger Hall in what 1986 horror thriller?
Wait, read the question again.
Which one?
The second one.
Jennifer Jason Leigh is tied between two trucks and torn in half by hitchhiker Rutger Hall in what 1986 horror thriller?
Use it in a sentence.
Jennifer Jason Leigh is tied between two trucks and torn in half by hitchhiker Rutger Hall in what 1986 horror thriller? The verb is torn and tied.
Okay.
The adjectives are I don't know.
I'm going to go with the obvious. I'm going to pick something from the sentence, and I'm going to use the hitchhiker.
I hate you so much. I feel like you have looked through some of these freaking questions.
I promise I did not.
There's no way.
Where did the obvious?
Where did the character Amanda Young find the key for unlocking her trap in the 2004 film Saw?
I don't know, because honestly, after the first Saw, I didn't watch any of the rest of them. They were gross.
Which Jaws actor made a cameo?
Why are we asking me am I getting flooded with questions now?
Which actor made a cameo appearance in Piranha 3D?
The sheriff.
No, Richard Dreyfuss.
It doesn't matter. I already answered the hitchhiker question.
You suck so bad. I feel like that game was rigged.
How was it rigged?
I will take another shot of Goldschlager, though. You can pour me another one. I've already got a nice buzz going on, so Might as well.
I mean, I just went with what the information you gave me was.
Only way you could.
You gave me the answer.
Only way you could deduce that information is just because you haven't had enough to drink.
No, it was because you used it in that educated sentence you did.
And I gave you the verbs.
Yeah, so there you go.
I feel like I helped you out with that game more than you helped me.
Well, yeah, you gave me clues in my questions.
Well, I wasn't going to give you that other card because one of the answers was the Addams Family, the other one was Terrifier.
So what? You just didn't want me to get it right? You wanted me to get it wrong?
Yeah, I tried to pick one.
So
that I
you
was like,
purposely tried to set me up.
I'm like, 1986, you were like a couple years old. I'm like, there's no way she's going to freaking know this answer.
Yeah, I reached back into my wisdom of 2 years old and I pulled that out.
Look, yeah, even Coco is sitting over there and knows you're full of crap. She's over there like...
Coco, if you don't know, is our guinea pig. He's not just like randomly pulling out like the second voice in his head.
She's our youngest daughter's long-haired guinea pig because this thing has like permanent bed head.
She is
and
cowlick.
She's got like a sweet little mohawk going on. So all right,
there you go. There's your shot right there.
Yeah,
There's your shot.
That
what you doing?
That was just for me to have for the rest of the show.
Where you were acting like you were about to do it.
I mean, I am gonna do it.
I think you're probably just gonna sit there and stare at it.
No.
Okay, let's move. Let's move along. Let's move along. Okay, so horror games. We played one this week. Surprise, surprise. I played a video game. I don't play. Well, it wasn't a video game. It was a computer game.
Yeah, but it was a very unique game. Like it was, not your typical PlayStation, Xbox, game where there's a lot going on. It was very quick, only like about 20 minutes long.
Let's be for real. It would have taken me longer.
Oh, it would have taken you probably like an hour.
So the game is called Fears to Fathom. And it is basically like people submit their real life stories to this game and they make episodes about the stories. So the first episode was called Home Alone and it was supposed to take 30 minutes, like he said.
20 minutes.
Was it 20 minutes?
Yeah, it was 20 minutes.
I don't think so.
It was definitely 20 minutes long.
If you say so.
Just because it took you like 40 minutes.
It did not take me even 20 minutes because I died.
Yeah, because you did what it told you not to do.
Yeah, so basically you get up and you kind of walk around this house and it, like if you go do things, like it prompts you to like if you go over to the desk and you try to like look at the notebook, it's like, I'm hungry before I want to do my homework. So then you got to go to the like fridge and you got to like munch on some lasagna.
But it's if you can't just like stand in the kitchen and eat it. Like you got to put it in the oven.
Yeah.
Take it out. Like
it kind of, it's directing you, I'm assuming, to follow the story that was submitted.
The realizer. Because you even tried, because I think whenever I played, I tried to eat the lasagna right. No, I sat on the couch, but I didn't turn the TV on. And it was like, oh, I always love watching TV while I eat. So I had to get back up and turn the TV on before I could sit down and eat.
Yeah. So. And then when you went up to do the homework, he's like, I can't concentrate with that TV on.
Yeah. So I had to go back downstairs, turn the TV off and everything. So yeah, it's a short little game, but it really wants you to follow the steps that were done in the actual real life story so that you kind of follow it, but you get to play along,
Yeah, so your essential things to do in this game to get done, you've got to get up, eat the lasagna, first heat it up, eat the lasagna, turn the TV on while you eating the lasagna, then you go upstairs and he's like, I'm hungry. I'm sleepy because I just ate. But then he's got to do his homework first, and then you go to sleep. And then that's when things start turning sketchy.
Then you wake up, and he's like, oh, I woke up around this time because I was thirsty. So you have to go downstairs, open the fridge, get a bottle of water. And then as you're going back upstairs, And the whole time you at different points you'll get a text message, one from your mom because your parents are out of town, and another one from your best friend who you've asked to come over and hang out, but he's like, I can't because I'm hanging out with this girlfriend
blame the
or something.
friends.
You know,
I blame the friends.
because when you wake up after you've gone to bed, your mom's like, you know, who's that at the door? And she sends you a message
Picture.
that you can
It's a
actually
picture.
you click on the picture and you see like this
Shadowy
the figure of a
figure.
person standing at the door and blah blah blah. And she's like, under no circumstances don't open the door no matter what they say, no matter
calling
what
the
they
cops.
do.
So when I was playing, look, I'm vigilant. Like, I'm eyeballing. I can crouch down. I can look out these windows. There was this sketchy little red hatchback car that kept going by my house. I have no doubt they were trying to kill me. Like, I was looking out. They ride by. They ride back by. I know you in that hatchback car. You was out to get me. Okay? And then when she sent that text, look, I had done went outside. I done walked around my house at night, like looking for somebody, like, come at me right now.
Yeah, but you ain't even got nothing to defend yourself with.
Look, you can carry your lasagna bowl, and I would have thrown it at him. You can throw it, because I threw it down on the kitchen floor. I should have kept it as a weapon.
So what happened that the reason you died so early in the game?
Well, when I was playing, you know what I'm saying, I'm being vigilant. I done saw that car, and I done went outside. I'm trying to find somebody to fight and throw my bowl at. And then when she sent the picture, she's like, he's on the porch. So I'm like, he ain't on my porch because I'm about to go out here. And I opened that door, and I was getting ready to fight when he killed me.
Yeah, the screen goes all red and like staticky, and like, you opened the door and died. Like, she literally told you, don't open the door.
I'm not even gonna lie though, it scared me real bad when that screen happened because it made a loud noise.
So whenever I played it, I knew not to open the door. So she's like, you know, go in your room and hide. We're calling the cops, blah, blah. So I go in the room.
Hiding under the bed long before she even sent you the message saying, who's that on the porch? Like, you did that freaking homework, ate the lasagna, and went immediately and hid under the bed.
Yeah, I kind of knew what was coming, but yeah, and you
Two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Well,
I'm
I
ready
knew
to
what was-
fight
I
and
knew what was
defend my
coming.
home, and you ready to cower under the bed.
Well, so I get under the bed and I'm hiding, and then the phone goes off, and it's another text from your mom, and it's like, that's Miss So and So, which is the neighbor across the street that originally took the picture and sent it to the mom, who sent it to the son.
Wait a minute. I got a question. Let me raise my hand, because when all this went down, it was like the little time stamp that it gives you, wasn't it, like after 1 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah.
Why is my neighbor taking pictures of my house that late at night?
Well, maybe she knew your parents were out of town, and
She's a creeper. She's
and
probably
she's supposed to be watching.
No, she's a creeper. She up at 2:00 in the morning staring at my house like that? That's part 2 of that game. I'm going over there to her house.
So your mom's like, go downstairs. That's her at the door now. She's going to check on you. Well, when you open the door back up to your bedroom, because you're on the second floor, to go back downstairs, as soon as you get about 3 steps out in the hallway, the light in your parents' room comes on, and you see the shadow of a person standing there. And so, you know, I back up in the room and I shut the door, and then
You hid
my
under the
bedroom.
bed.
Yeah, and then that's where you hear the sirens for the cops, and they show up and arrest the guy.
That's where it
and
ends.
That's where the
I think
game
mine
ends.
was more exciting.
Why? Because you died? You did what
Yeah.
you went outside when you were told not to, and
Like, all
got
you did
offed?
was eat and watch TV and hide under the bed.
That's what I was supposed to do.
I went out there and tried to throw hands. I
Yeah,
can't
and
help
it
it. He
didn't
snuck
work.
up on me.
He ain't sneak up. You opened the door and he got you. It wasn't like he waited for you to walk out into the yard with your back turned. It wasn't a
let's be for
screen
real.
situation.
You're saying he got me. Let's be for real. It was Miss Blah Blah from across the road. She probably kidnapped me, and I'm in her basement right now.
No. She couldn't be
She knew I was
inside.
home alone. An old woman was creeping at my house at 2 a.m. taking pictures.
She could have been in your house and on the front porch at the same time.
Yeah, she did. She had a second
I
accomplice.
think the thing you're going to have to do to get to the bottom of it is you're going to have to find the person that wrote the Reddit story.
I'm going to ask
into
them why
the
their
game,
neighbor
and
was
you're gonna
up.
have to ask them what's up.
I'm going to say, what's up with that red car? And what's up with your neighbor?
Like, are you sure you saw your neighbor? Or are you sure you saw the person get arrested into the cop car? Because if you stayed in your room and didn't...
Yeah, it was the neighbor.
Then how do you know?
I'm picturing, from one of the Scream movies, how it was Billy Loomis's mama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picturing she's the neighbor. She looks like that.
Could be.
She's all innocent. My mama be sending me text messages saying, Miss So-and-so across the road, who this? She took this picture. Really, it's her. She's the killer.
I mean, that's a good possibility.
Now that we've gotten to the bottom of that, we can move on.
It is. We've only played the first chapter, but it seems like a pretty good concept.
Yeah, so we're going to play the next chapter, and we'll talk about it on the next show.
Yeah.
I think the next chapter is actually supposed to be an hour long.
I think it's something hitchhiker. I think.
So let's be for real. It'll probably take me like 30 minutes, and it'll probably take you longer because I'll probably die because I'll probably try to fight somebody.
Either that or you won't, and it's going to take you about 2 hours because you want to go check everything out. Like you kept going in and out of the house because of that red car all the time. 20-minute game turned into like 40.
I should have threw myself out in the street if it would have let me, and I bet I would have stopped that person from even coming to my house because they would have been in that red car. It was the neighbor. She was in the red car.
Could be.
But didn't I see that? I did. The red car was parked somewhere when I went outside. It was parked in my house. What's going? I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think anymore.
I don't know. That's good stuff.
Okay.
Good Goldschlager.
So, speaking of stories that, they've submitted to this game, well, we were each tasked with finding a scary story on Reddit to read. Mine is kind of long, and I took a picture of it. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready to be scared?
I'll do my best.
Okay. I was stationed in England for about 3 years.
All right.
I worked in a secure facility, which during the day was always buzzing with people, military, contractors, government civilians. On top of that, we also had our own entry control point with roving patrols. My point getting into the building was possible if you either had the badge for it or if you blew a hole in it. Nothing in between.
Okay.
It's a super secure building we're talking here, okay?
Right.
At night, however, it was a ghost town. Usually only between 2 to 4 people. Still had the patrols, but they were outside, and we never spoke to them unless there was a problem. It was a huge facility. One night, there's 3 of us working on the night shift, and we had an array of monitors in there that displayed live feeds from the cameras all over the compound. It was one of those where it would show for about 10 seconds, flip to the next feed, and roll through them, repeat. One night, we got a call from the ECP. They had motion alarms going off in one of the equipment rooms, which means one of us had to go check it out. Lucky me, my supervisor sends me. I get to the equipment room, nobody in sight. I pick up the phone, call over to my supervisor, tell them nothing is there. Then I call the ECP and ask them if they can see me on the feed. They respond with the following words: "We have 2 of you."
Oh, that is not a response you want to get.
I just sort of look up at the camera and tried to be as nonchalant as I could and asked, "Where do you see the other guy?" And I get back at about your 5 o'clock. Me. Describe him. Them. Can't make out his face, but about 6 feet in BDUs, looks like a lifter. And then in parentheses, note, at this point, BDUs had not been our uniform for around 4 years. Okay. At this point, I turn around and point and ask, right there? ECP confirms it, but there's no one there. I asked if they had spoken to the ops floor yet. They said no. So I hung up and called, told my supervisor to look at the equipment room feed, and he just says, "Who the F is that?" I just hung up the phone and bolted out and secured the door behind me, which was a 2,000-pound blast door. I got back to the ops floor. I was fully thinking they were effing with me. But when I came through the door, security forces were already inside. My supervisor had called them in. So they go out there with me behind them because they still need to be escorted. So there's 3 guys with their M4s out and little old me with nothing but a Leatherman on my belt behind them. I re-access the equipment room door and they go in. They eventually clear the room. Phone in the equipment room rings. I pick it up. There are motion alarms going off all over the facility now, all in places that have been fully sealed and secured for the night. We end up calling the main base command post to tell them we might have a problem. Security forces spends the next hour and a half clearing the rest of the facility. At this point, we have already notified our commander and staff, so everyone is tracking it. Unfortunately, the video feed didn't record at the time, so we had nothing to go back to and review and see what they saw, but the ECP supervisor on duty and my supervisor, both E7s, had seen it separately, and the motion detection system did record, and we were able to at least have that to confirm something happened. Each alarm was on its own individual circuit and had hardwired directly to the ECP. No networks, nothing digital. 1 or 2 flipping out, fine. But there were over 30 that detected something moving around, to include the low sensitivity detectors. In order to trip those, you have to have something large moving a lot. A human walking around, a medium-sized animal, etc. All of this happened just after midnight. So we were stuck in this facility afterwards for about another 4 hours until morning crew came to relieve us. But because of everything that had happened, we had to debrief the commander and his staff, so that meant we didn't get out of there until like 2 or 3 hours after our 12-hour shift ended. To this day, nobody knows what it was. Also, something that we didn't think about at the time, but what makes me kind of shiver now, these weren't low quality cameras. They said they couldn't make out the face. You could practically count eyelashes on people's faces from 40 feet away with those cameras. They could see my face clear as day, but they couldn't make out the other guys.
Yeah, that's a little unsettling.
Yeah, I would quit.
I don't think you can just quit the Army, but... I mean, I guess you could, but...
Yeah, just walk away.
Yeah, you'd probably be in a lot of trouble for that. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah, I'm going to hide in the toilet or something, like in the bathroom for the rest of the night. Even though he probably would get me in there.
I'd be like, I would have to request a transfer. Like, let me patrol somewhere else outside of where I was. The guy that was in the camera. Like, I'm not going back in there. Like, you gonna write me up or...
I'd be moving to day shift. That would be one instance where I would move to day shift.
Yeah.
I mean, because me and you both work nights, and, you know.
Yeah, day shift sucks. It don't matter where you work. Day shift sucks way more than night shift.
In this case, maybe not, though.
Yeah? That's a little weird. All right, so mine isn't quite as long. So it starts off, it says, true story time. I was about 4 or 5 years old, and my parents had just separated. My mom was living in a 2-bedroom apartment. I had my own room, but I preferred to sleep in her bed whenever I was staying with her. Our 2 bedrooms were at the end of the hallway directly across from each other. Our apartment was on the 1st floor, and I remember that it was in the middle of the summer, and my mom had a window open in her room, which was directly behind the bed, above the headboard. I woke up in the middle of the night and remember sitting up and seeing that our cat was sitting in the door frame of my mom's room. Her door was open and you could partially see into my bedroom. This was strange because our cat was typically always in bed with us. As I was watching him, he walked into my bedroom and meowed. I turned to face my mom and wake her up. So I'm guessing she's sleeping in her mom's room. In the 3 to 4 seconds it took her to wake up and ask me what was wrong, we both looked back up in the door frame and there was a man standing by my open door, making his way out of my bedroom. I still don't know how she managed to do it so quickly, but my mother proceeded to pick me up and literally throw me out of the screen window.
God, dog.
Again, we were on the first floor and it was maybe a 3-foot drop at the most to the ground. She quickly followed and we were able to start screaming for help and someone called 911. The police came but didn't see any signs of forced entry, only that our front door was unlocked, which led them to believe the man must have exited that way. The strange thing was my mom swore up and down that she had locked the door that night with the deadbolt and the chain locked. About a week later, she was cleaning the kitchen and opened up our water heater closet and found a notebook with names, drawings, as well as a pair of gloves and some chewing gum wrapper or some gum wrappers. The police were called again, but all they could do was speculate that the man had been in our house and hid until we were asleep. And then she goes on to just clarify that the apartment was on the ground floor, so her mom didn't hurl her out, a potential paralyzing situation.
Frogger.
I don't think that was a Frogger. Not if he's hiding.
Why he got these names in his notebook?
Well, it was names, drawings, a pair of gloves, and then my guess is he probably, was hiding in there, been like taking down names of different people, maybe sketching them or whatever, drawing the layout of the thing, and then was gonna, do something once they all went to sleep. Especially since he was seen coming out of the kids' room, who was like 4 or 5, across the hall, and not coming out of the bedroom, the mom's bedrooms. I don't know. Maybe he was planning on kidnapping the kid, or maybe he was gonna, I don't know.
I feel like a closet that has your hot water heater in it is pretty small. That would have been uncomfortable.
I mean, he probably wasn't planning on being there very long.
What if the sketches were like Jonah Hill's sketches in Superbad?
And that dude has a lot of problems. Lot of problems.
Yeah, like he drew one, and put it in the outfit like of the people in the house. Like that's his drawing of them.
So I picked that one because it wasn't really supernatural, but it was kind of freaky to know that.
And the cat is what saved them.
Yeah, the cat knew something was up.
The cat was ready to fight.
That's why I'm glad we have Frank. Frank be ready.
I think Frank would let us die.
I mean, he probably would. He probably would. But he would know something was there. Somebody was there before it got to us. I think he would at least give us a fighting chance. I mean, he might be like, deuces, I'm out.
He would definitely be in the bed right with us, and he'd be like, I'm going down too because I'm cold and I'm trying to get under these covers.
As long as they let me stay warm, I don't care what they do to y'all.
And he's already plotting to our demise anyway. Like, he's always trying to draw blood.
Yeah.
So
he's a feisty little ball of skin.
All right. So to close out today's show, last part we're going to do, let's see if we can get it back here. We've had it on pause for so long. We're actually going to give you some behind the scenes, fun
commentary,
stuff when we would film a video. And we had it pulled up, but it was on pause for so long. So now we have to
it might be
awkward and quiet and find it.
It probably, since it had already been playing, probably was underneath the library there. It is right there.
Huh?
That's it right there.
Well, yeah, that is it. So the video, we're going to be kind of like giving y'all some background, behind the scenes stuff on, is the Ring filming locations. So the Ring filming locations took, I don't know, it felt like a week.
Yeah, it was several days to get it done.
Literally, when we were on that road trip, we were in California already, and we had left California and we drove up through Oregon, through Washington. Well, when we got to Oregon, that's when I was like, yeah, we should do the ring. The ring's like filmed part here, part in Washington, and part back down in California where we were days prior. So once we got the Oregon shots and the Washington shots, we had to drive all the way back down to Los Angeles, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
To get 2 scenes, because her house in the beginning is there. Also the library scene where Naomi Watts is researching.
Yeah.
And that sucked because we drove all the way back down there and couldn't get in because they were having some kind of private event.
Hey, that was back when you had the red hair too.
I did have red hair. The red hair was pretty difficult to maintain. It
was a nice look though.
I had some conditioner that the hair salon had given me, like whenever it would start fading out, to put on, and it just left a mess everywhere. Red on towels, pillowcases, everywhere.
Yeah, so if you have a second device, you can put it on this video. It's the filming locations for the ring.
Yeah, we're not gonna watch the whole thing because it is like a 50-minute video. I think.
It is. But I mean, we take you around to all the.
Yeah. So the biggest thing that a lot of it right here. Let me say this Seattle part right here, where it's like different shots of where Naomi Watts was supposed to live. There was actually some people where they broke down. I think their battery was dead because I remember having to jump them off. Yeah, and didn't we tell? She was like, "Oh, what can I give you for jumping us off?" And we were like, "Just subscribe to our channel."
She did too, though. She subscribed.
That was pretty much any exciting thing happened right there. Seattle. That was the first time we'd been to Seattle. It was actually really nice walking around.
Yeah, all of the locations there were
very easy to find,
easy to line up because a lot of the stuff is still standing. I think there might have been like one building that wasn't, but
when I go back and I look at some of these shots, I'm like, dang, girl, you look very homely up in these videos. Because a lot of them I do.
That was whenever we tried to go to the Mountain Inn, but you can't get down there. It's like a private summer camp or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, it is. It's like a summer camp.
Yeah, because it had like a gate, and you had to drive back there like pretty far.
Okay, I think this part right here,
I missed that truck,
where you show big head in the camera.
Yeah, that's why we're complaining about that woman.
Yeah, so
we go down where you're way out in this small little town area in Washington, and we're going to try to get a shot of the cabin from the ring.
I had already looked up information on the cabin, and people were online that had been to the cabin were saying that they didn't have an issue, that they walked across this field, just went to the cabin, got their shots or whatever, and left. So yeah, I mean, I kind of knew in the back of my head, this is somebody's land. But from what I gathered online, it didn't look like anybody lived there.
No,
like it was just a field.
Yeah, it was, and it was just a field. Like, I mean, it had like a fence around it separating it from like the actual road and other people's property, but nobody lived on that land. It was just a field with like a few trees kind of in the middle of it, with bushes and everything, and the rest was just an open field. So
I was like, well, these people got down there with no problem, so I guess it should be okay for us to go and get the cabin.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah,
because we actually looked on Google Maps and like, okay, well, there's a road on one side of this field. It looks like you can drive down it and go almost all the way to the cabin, versus us parking on the side of the road and walking through this long, this big field to get there. We're like, oh, we'll save time and drive closer. And we start going down this little rocky driveway and road, and it goes past this double wide trailer.
Was it a trailer?
Yeah, it was double wide. And then the road kind of goes down a hill. We are going down said hill, and it is like slippery rocks, right? And we're in a diesel GMC four-wheel drive, and we start hearing screaming. because we had the windows down and everything. And this woman is screaming, and she is screaming at us.
She's
Stop
like,
the truck.
back it up,
Yeah,
back
it up. And so I'm yelling out the window, okay. And I put it in reverse and I try to go back. Well, since we're already down this kind of steep hill, it's only in 2-wheel drive. And so I'm like, I press the brakes again, go to put it in four-wheel drive. And she's still screaming, I can see your stop. Back it up, back it up. And she's starting to yell and cuss and everything. And so I'm screaming out the window, just give me a second. Got to put it in 4-wheel drive. Oh, you know, all this. So we start backing up. She's like, keep backing. Come on back. So we back up right into her little driveway front yard area, and her husband come out. And
I think
like,
there wasn't there one other person.
yeah, but they stayed up on the porch. And she's like, what are y'all doing? This is private property. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm calmly telling her, you know, ma'am, this is what we're doing. We're looking, I know what y'all doing. That's private property.
No, she's like, y'all here looking for the ring stuff, ain't you?
And I'm like, well, you know, we've seen where, you know, you can go on there. That the person that owns it didn't even live there anymore. She's like, you got contact there. They were like basically trying to act like they were watching the place.
I think the property had.
Sold.
I think it was owned by somebody different at that point.
Yeah, at that point it had. I remember reading that it had been sold to somebody else. So basically she's like screaming and cussing at us for trying to drive down there, and
it wasn't her
property.
But whatever.
But she didn't even. She acted like she didn't even know who it even knew that it had been sold. Kinda.
But that wasn't even the worst thing. Like, you know, we back up. We're leaving, and once we pull out of her driveway, there is a cop sitting there.
Yeah, they had done. She had, or her husband probably, because she was too busy yelling and cussing at us, had done called the law, and he's sitting right there on the side of the road.
Yeah, I guess to make sure we actually left and didn't try to park and walk across the field to get down there or something.
Yeah.
I think that's literally been the only time we've ever had the cops called on us or been screamed at.
Yeah. All over something we weren't even doing wrong, and over something that didn't even belong to you as a person.
Yeah, we had no intentions of going down there and messing anything up.
No, we wanted to go
don't
down
ever
there
do that. We visit these places. We don't mess with anything. If something is messed up already, you know,
it was done before we got there or after. I mean, yeah, because all we were doing was just trying to get a shot of it for this video. It was the only place that we couldn't get.
Yeah, other than getting up to that library scene. I mean, we actually got to the location. We just couldn't get in there. And I mean,
yeah, they were having some kind of event. So
it was very frustrating, which it was private property. We were going to be going on somebody else's land.
But it was
it wasn't.
It wasn't like
she could have told us nicer than what she did. She didn't have to scream and act like she did.
Yeah. That's what it boils down to.
We backed up literally when she told us to back up. There was no need to keep screaming like she did.
No, she had an attitude the entire time we were talking to her. It's like she didn't want to hear it. I'm like, you don't have to be like that. Like, one, it's not your land. It's not your property or even your place. You know, to do that. And then again, like if somebody's explaining to you what they're doing and they're being calm about it, you should be calm too. Like you shouldn't have to sit there and keep, you know, screaming.
Yeah, she could have said, oh, such and such owns this land. And then maybe if she had a phone number, she could have gave us a phone number. We could have called somebody and asked, but literally we didn't know who owned the land.
She didn't either. The way she acted, because she couldn't even tell us who owned it. Like, she couldn't even give us a name.
I don't know.
It's like she was just being a freaking, what do they say, a Karen? I mean, she was being like the queen of them, because there's just no reason to even act like that. But other than that, it was, you know,
yeah. So
it was a good time shooting.
The only part, I believe, was this the part where they get the bridge? Is that in Oregon or was that Washington? Do you remember?
That was Washington.
I think the only part we were in Oregon was the lighthouse, wasn't it?
Yeah, the lighthouse.
It was freezing that day.
Very freaking windy too. Very windy, because that lighthouse is just like in the movie. It's on the coast of Pacific Ocean, and Did see some seals swimming around down there, though, when we were at that lighthouse.
Highlight of the video was definitely getting to visit the farm. That kind of happened last minute. I was trying to like dig and find out like if you could visit the farm, and I just so happened to come across a Twitter account, and it gave like an email address to somebody on the property. And so I messaged the email address, and I really wasn't expecting to hear back from them. And I think we were getting ready to leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had done wrapped up filming everything else.
And I get the email. It was actually right after she screamed at you.
Yeah.
I got the email back from him, and he was like, when do you want to come? And I was like, well, if we can come tomorrow, I think it was. I was like, that'd be good. And he was like, we usually don't do tours, I think, is what he said on the day we were wanting to come. He was like, since y'all are like, you've traveled here basically from Alabama and you're getting ready to go home, come on over. And he was so knowledgeable and nice. I mean, he knew all kinds of stuff about what happened there while they were filming.
Yeah, I think, didn't he say he was working there at the ranch or something whenever it was filmed? Or
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't even.
But he said something about like, because he didn't own the property. He was actually just living there taking care of it.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a doctor or like a veterinarian or something that owned it?
Maybe.
He told us, but he was like, they don't live here. I live here and take care of it. But I was like really surprised. He invited us into the house, like showed us like all of this, movie memorabilia stuff that they had like bought.
Got to look out the window that he's looking out of in the movie, like when somebody's standing in the window looking down, and told us all this the stories from when they were filming, and
which a lot of it is in the video, because we filmed him walking around talking about it. But the funniest part was like him when he was talking about him faking that nailing. He was like, there's not even like a nail in the shot or something like that.
Yeah. And he said too that because of back then, all those aerial shots, they didn't have drones, so they had to use a helicopter. And whenever it did, I want to say he said like the helicopter had to get so close and end up like tearing part of the roof off of the house that they had to fix. And
yeah, it was a lot of crazy stuff.
They added a couple of things to the house for the movie, because I think they were intending on doing a second one or something, but then by the time they got around to it or something, that part was already like rotten or something.
Well, I think he said they built the porch for the movie, I believe.
Yeah, it was a good thing though. Definitely check out that video if you like The Ring, because to me the everything still looks like it did in the movies. The color of the house.
They left Samara's room.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
The coolest part to me.
Yeah, that room was up there, and the loft
that
was
made
still there.
that filming location video one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucked that we couldn't get up there, but he wasn't going to let us up there because of like safety reasons or whatever. But it would have been cool to actually get up there and see it.
Yeah, because he said the wallpaper or something was still on the back wall.
Teacups still up there and all kinds of stuff like that. But yeah, because they were getting ready for some kind of party. Was it Halloween?
Maybe.
Because he was like, oh, if y'all are still in town, which he was like, I know y'all are getting ready to leave. He's like, but if you're still here, you can come to the party.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. But we didn't go. We had to go home. We'd already been gone for like a month.
Yeah, it was about a month.
I think it was Halloween.
That was a nice area up there too, though. Like that was like a real nice area.
And they had the cat. The cat was up in the video. But yeah, I just wanted to like grab that kitty and take him home.
It followed him everywhere. Like everywhere we were walking outside, that cat was there. It is right there. That cat was just walking around like following us. He had a lot of ring memorabilia. He even had the negatives that were used in the movie when they were like when it was like the shots from the video they watch in the movie where it like shows the negatives of like the x-ray negatives or something. They even had those on the wall inside that house.
Yeah.
That was a cool experience. If you're ever up around the Seattle area, definitely if you're into the ring, look him up and get you a tour of the place, because
if they're still doing it. That was a couple of years ago, but I mean, it would be worth a shot just to reach out to that email address and see if you get a response, if they still are.
Yeah.
I mean, because he didn't charge us anything. That was a surprising thing. Because we were like, how much do we owe you for like giving us a tour? And he was like, nothing. He was like, I just do it because I love the movie.
Yeah. Outside of the movie though, it just came to my memory on this trip. If you're ever in Northwest Washington, northwest of Seattle, I cannot remember the name of the place, but you'll just have to Google it. But Google train Airbnb. And
I remember last time we were up there, we couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's all. I think we did. I think I did, but it ended up the price had gone up. Anyway, but one of the places we stayed one night was at this Airbnb where they had taken these different train cars, like the caboose. Like we ended up staying in the caboose, and they had other ones, and they themed them out because the caboose that we stayed in was a Christmas theme. So they had like this huge jacuzzi tub that was like looked like the side of Santa's sleigh, and they had like Christmas lights all over it and on the inside, and it was very like they put a lot of time.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Really freaking nice. It was a cool experience.
I forget, like, also, that just triggered while we were staying at this caboose, because at the time before we had left to go on this trip, we had just sold our house where we lived, and we come up with the idea that we were going to be full-time RVers, so we had bought an RV,
a 41 or 43,
an extremely big RV, and we got a truck, and we were like, we're gonna travel with this RV and stuff. And then this one figures out I'm terrified of driving with this RV on the back.
Yeah,
because it
was too big.
It was too big. That was the big reason. But when we did travel with it, the brakes did not work.
Yeah, the trailer brakes kept going out,
and they could not figure out why it was going out.
The GMC place blamed the RV wiring. The RV people blamed the truck wiring, which I believe it was the truck, only because whenever I looked it up, it said that the year models up all the way up to ours, that GMC had a problem with the wiring in the fifth wheel connection because they used too small a wiring, basically, and where they should have used a thicker gauge wire, they used a really small thin gauge wire, and it would give that prompt to where the lights would short out or the brakes would short out, and you take it to the thing, the GMC place was like, we can't replicate it, even though they didn't even try, because they even asked the guy, did you hook something up to it? No, I just hooked it up to the computer. I'm like, well, it's not going to do something if you don't hook a trailer or something up to it and drive it around. But yeah, you'd be going down the road and all of a sudden lose all trailer brakes.
Yeah, so that was another big reason why we never went anywhere with it. So basically, prior to this trip, we had found an RV park, and it was like one of these like you buy into, and you're like under contract. It's almost kind of like a timeshare kind of sort of deal.
Yeah, without being a scam timeshare.
The guy told us that we were okay to leave our RV there, and we would have to move it 1 week.
A month.
Was it a month?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did say a month. He said you can basically pay for that week, and you wouldn't have to move it. So we're like, okay, cool. Well, it's cheaper than any of the other RV parks we found, even if we've got to pay for that week. So we've paid for that 1 week. Another month goes by, we're gone. Okay. Our week to move it comes up again. We're in Washington. The RV is in Alabama. They call us and they're like, you've got to move your RV. Or because we had given his mama the check to pay for that week. We're like, pay it, when the time comes. And she goes and to give them the check, and they basically say, we can't take the check. Like, you've already used your buyout week already. You only get one.
Yeah, and
he didn't tell us that.
They try to say that we only got one every 6 months.
Yeah, he told us that we could pay for it every single time, and we would not have to move the RV at all. And so here we are panicking. We're like, how are we going to move this RV when we're across the country? Is no way. Yeah,
well, we told them that too. We're like, we're in the state of Washington, like the upper part of the state. Like, we cannot be home right now. Even if we left right now and drove back, it was still going to take us like probably 3 days or so to get home to be able to move it.
Yeah, so thankfully, we told them the situation that the guy had already told us this, like we wouldn't have to move the camper. Like, it was like, oh, we paid for that week. And they were like, okay, well, we'll give you another week. You can pay for it and stuff. So we went ahead and paid for it. Thankfully, they let us out of that contract because we were lied to.
Yeah, we had I ended up having to talk to like the corporate people and tell them this is what was said. I think I even like sent them the text messages that I had from the guy that sold us this.
He was fired.
Subscription and everything.
Before this even happened with us, he was no longer employed there.
Yeah. So yeah, it got taken care of though.
Yes. We quickly, the point of that story was that we did have like, a panic incident while we were filming that video behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot just to know that you're on the other side of the country, and because our oldest daughter was still here, and we're like, oh my God, are they going to try to move our camper with her, there and blah, type thing. Which, I mean, she was old enough to take care of herself anyway, but it's just the fact that your kid is there and these people want your house moved,
Yeah. So, we quickly found out we weren't RV people. We no longer have the RV.
No.
Back in the house.
I mean, it really wasn't, I wouldn't say we're not RV people. I think we just didn't find the right setup for us. And I think the only reason that that we had to have such a big RV is because we had 2 kids at the time. If it was just me and you, we could have got something smaller, which would have been a lot more manageable, even for me as driving it and having to set it up and everything else. But because we had 2 daughters who were teenagers at the time, we needed something bigger, but we couldn't afford to get a drivable one.
Yeah.
So I think we just didn't find the right setup for it. Because fifth wheel was really nice.
It was nice.
It was nice. It did well once we got the bugs worked out of it, and the bed was comfortable when we put all the foam, 6 inches of foam on it. But I mean, all in all, I mean, it was a nice place to live. I think the setup at the time for us just wasn't right.
Yeah.
So the more you know about morbid anthology.
Yeah, I mean, these podcasts are a good way for, I feel like, you to get to know us more on a personal level. I mean, because you can only get to know so much about somebody through the videos we do.
Yeah. And if you haven't done so for whatever reason, follow us on every place you can get podcasts. Obviously, if you're watching this, you're probably watching it on YouTube, so subscribe. You can also find us on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, so subscribe there. Check out our Patreon, check out our merchandise. And the reason I'm telling you to check us out on all these places is because these podcasts, we are planning on hopefully doing a couple of them live, maybe once a month or so. So that way you can text in to wherever you're watching it from. And kind of communicate with us, ask us questions, and be a part of our podcast. And hopefully down the road, we will be able to get a number for the podcast. So when we do go live, you can actually call or text into the line, ask us questions and chat with us. So, but you can only do that if you're subscribed to these places. Otherwise, you're not going to know what's going on, man. So do it. That's my spiel for subscribing. Yeah. So until next episode,
Keep it spooky.
yeah, later.